Hi everyone, today is October 20, 2022. It is 1:20 p.m. and 7 degrees Celsius. Today we're in front of the Robert R. McEwen Atrium at the Toronto General Hospital. And we're now walking here on University Avenue towards the north. Bit of a chilly day here today in Toronto. Starting to get a bit windy. There's an Aroma espresso bar. This area, some people refer to it as Hospital Row because there's a strong concentration of different kinds of hospitals and research centers here. That there is the Peter Munk Cardiac Center. Let me take a closer view of this sign here. It says Innovation, Peter Munk Cardiac Center. Over there is the Peter Munk Building. And it says UHN, which is the University Health Network, and Toronto General Hospital. Here's a look south on University Avenue. Not that busy today. On the steady side. Over there is a place called Flock Rotisserie and Greens. That looks like it's a new place there. And here's a building with a sign in front of it that says intact, and a sign on top that also says intact. A very beautiful design. It kind of resembles the new City Hall curve shape to it. This is the Mars building, and I think they do a lot of stuff related to research and innovation. It's a very beautiful building. Looks like it's all glass for the most part. And this here is Queen's Park subway station. And we're now here at College Street. And here's a look east on College Street. And here's a look to the west on College Street. Looks like they're doing some sort of repairs there to the road, or I should say the streetcar tracks. And we're going to cross over and take a new path today that we've never taken before. The streetcars on College Street are not running. Until the construction and repairs are completed. Here's a public work of art. This place is called Notre Place. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Notre Place. And these are super cool. These they've got these symbols on them. There we go. I think that's a fleur de lis. And I don't know what this symbol. This could potentially be the symbol of Ontario. But there's no like labeling or anything to indicate that such is the case. And here's the plaque for Notre Place. I'm gonna go over it briefly. So I think I've covered this in a. Wait a minute. Let me unlock my camera. There we go. So I think I've covered this in a previous video. Let me know if you guys want me to cover this one again. But for now, I'm going to keep it moving. This here is the C. David Naylor building, and it looks really old. Let me unlock my camera. So this is part of the University of Toronto St. George campus, I believe. Same with that building there, which looks like it is brutalist inspired architecture. So there's a lot of concrete and a little bit of windows. Over there across the street is the Ontario Legislative Building, and that's located in the southern half of Queen's Park. Queen's Park has a north side and a south side. That would be the south side. It looks like there's a massive tree there that they're cutting down. And looks like there's a statue here. Hey, look at these leaves, guys. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that red. You got a lot of red, orange, dark orange. Very beautiful colors. Though when we look up, these leaves are greenish and yellowish. Super cool to see this contrast. Let's take a look at this statue here. Before we continue on our way. And this says, unveiled at the Quadrennial Convention of the International Council of Religious Education, June 28, 1930, commemorating the sesquicentennial of the founding of the Sunday School by Robert Raikes, Gloucester, England, 1780. Go teach. And this is what the statue looks like. So this commemorates the sesquicentennial of the founding of the Sunday School by Robert Raikes. Maybe that is Robert Raikes. There's a tree that they're cutting across the street from us. And this is the University of Toronto Students' Union Welcome Path. This is a plaque. This is the brutalist architecture inspired building that I was showing you guys earlier. I like this design. Very cool. And there's another statue here. Let's see what it says. It looks like there's this person who is writing something on a book, and they're writing with a writing utensil in their right hand and they're holding the book with their left hand. It looks like they're wearing a stethoscope around their neck. So this could potentially be a doctor. Let's see what it says. It says, I am content. I am doing what I want to do. Why shouldn't I be happy? See what my riches consist of. First, I have important work that fully occupies every minute of my time. ... I am needed. So this is potentially a doctor who is potentially in demand. And there's a plaque here. Looks like there's some Chinese characters here. It says the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Toronto proudly celebrates its shared history with Dr. Norman Bethune and China, and its ongoing research and education collaborations with China. That's pretty interesting. Let me zoom out here so you guys can see what this side looks like. It's hard to kind of read the other side of the sculpture's writing, so we're just gonna have to leave it at that for now. As we continue our walk, we are now walking north towards the Yorkville area of Toronto, which is one of the upscale neighborhoods of the city of Toronto. This is the Ontario Legislative Building. So this is all the government related business stuff that has to happen in the city of Ontario takes place here. All in this building. And we did a tour of Queen's Park in an earlier video, which was very educational. I like to think that that's one of my best videos so far. I value the ones where I can share the most and make them as educational as I can. There's a flag here in front of the Ontario Legislative Building that is flying at half-mast. It is a green flag with a yellow border around it. I'm not sure which flag that is. A lot of fine details on this building. This here is the University of Toronto Canadiana Gallery. And this pathway here leads further into the University of Toronto St. George campus. This is a side entrance of the legislative building, where apparently a long time ago politicians and really important people would pull up to that entrance in their horse-drawn carriages. Of course, nowadays it's in their probably SUVs, but it was intended to apparently allow the politicians and important people to make somewhat of a grand and important kind of entrance. I really like this building. I like the way it was designed. I like the windows. I just like the way it looks. It looks very solid. And there's this work here, which is kind of like a collection or a group of sculptures with different sets of stairs leading up to it. It's a little too far to be able to read from where I'm standing here. And we're now passing over this bridge here. Looks like they're doing a lot of construction here and whatnot at the University of Toronto, St. George campus. And so this here across the street would be the northern side of Queen's Park. There's a lot of trees there. There's a, well, I believe it was a fountain at one point that was off right now. They may turn it back on for the summertime. Lots of very old and huge trees here. And of course, I believe there's a statue of, I think it's King Edward, if I'm not mistaken. We took a closer look at the Queen's Park area in one of my earlier videos. So in this video, I'm just going to walk around the outside of it. It's very nice in there. It's very calm and it's just a very relaxing green space to spend some time in. Sometimes you'll see people doing laps and running, going for runs around this area. Now we'll cross over onto the other side from here. Take a look at the trees. Let's do a 360 from here. It looks like the angle that my camera's locked at is a bit on the high side. I'm trying to get more of the trees in my view. And I'll bring it back down. Here we go. And make it more level. Here's a runner going for a nice run. It's nice and cool. It's a good temperature for a run, I'd say. And we've got another person going for a run. And someone told me that these are the University of Toronto students who are athletic and they're at the top of their game. They're trying to keep their brains sharp through studying and learning, and they're trying to keep their bodies sharp through exercise and cardiovascular activities like running. And here's a, what looks like to be a monument that says Hill 70, Passchendaele, Amiens, Drocourt, Queant, Canal du Nord. And there's a carve out of a sword that is pointing downwards, and it says South Africa. Let's start from the top. And looks like there's a cross at the top, then there's a sword, and then it says South Africa. Then it says 48. And there's some writing which is not very legible. It kind of says, to the glorious memory of those who died and to the undying. Then it says Afghanistan here on the lower level. Then there's a lot of different stairs here. There we go. Maybe I could step back and give you guys a more complete view of this monument. It's about as far back as I can go. There we go. That's about as best as I can get it in one view. Let's cross over here as we continue our walk north. With 360 here while we're here. Looks like there's a lot of traffic going south and towards the downtown Toronto core. Here's a look at the monument from here. Down that way is the University of Toronto St. George Victoria College. And so the way it is apparently the University of Toronto St. George is divided into several different colleges. And there's Trinity College, there's Victoria College. I think there's the St. Michael's College, if I'm not mistaken. And here's the Faculty of Law at the University of Toronto St. George. Very old and beautiful building. So I can zoom in to get a more clear view. Very nice there. And of course we have the Emmanuel College here. These buildings are super old. It's amazing to see that they're still being used today. And across the street here we've got the Royal Ontario Museum. And I was able to do the Royal Ontario Museum tour. It is huge in there, guys. Like, there is a lot of stuff to see in the Royal Ontario Museum. And every so often they have new programs and new exhibits to take a look at. Here's the sign for Victoria University. And here's Charles Street. Here's a look east down on Charles Street. This is the Annesley Hall residence. Looks like a very massive, huge historical house. Very beautiful. Lots of windows. And of course here we've got the Gardner Museum. And I was able to do a tour of the Gardner Museum in the previous video as well. Across the street we have a closer look at the Royal Ontario Museum. We're now here at Avenue Road. This area is the Yorkville area of Toronto. Here's a look towards the west on Bloor Street. Looks like there's a lot of traffic traveling our way. South on Queen's Park. Here's a look east on Bloor Street West. I'm going to cross over here. I think I'll end this one here in front of the Louis Vuitton store. That'd be a pretty cool place to end it. And of course, this is the Church of the Redeemer. Lots of details on this building.
Yeah, we've done these like years.
And I'm going to go ahead and end this one here in front of the Louis Vuitton store. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. For more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.